everyone, welcome back to Studioloo. I just made the loveliest cup of peach tea, well, pot of peach tea, and I am getting started on a new project today that has been beckoning to me from my project shelves. So these are a couple of board games that I want to turn into journals. So the first one is actually The Wondrous Wizard, the game of the Wondrous Wizard. It's from 1964, so it is truly a vintage game. It has this just amazing board game inside the board. Let me show it to you. It is the weight of a heavy cardstock. So hopefully you can see. Let me just pull back a moment. There we go. So you can see this cool board game. So I really love this. So also inside this box I have this fun spinner. So cute. Then we've got the game pieces here. That would be great on a spine dangle, right? Then inside the box is this sort of big yellowy piece that I'll probably just use for some backing. Then we have the back side of the box itself, and it does have some goodies on the back as well that we can cut out. So there's some words here that I think I will also use. So that's the first one. So I'm going to just break down the sides of the box and get this down to just the parts that we're going to keep and use. And then I'll do the same. I'll show you the other one as well. We'll just have a little bit of a slow go of it here for a moment while I break the box down. The game itself is not all that entertaining, to be honest. It's your typical, you know, roll the dice, go so many spaces. I think it serves much better as a book than it does a game, because the illustrations are awesome, and you know, it's that retro, like 60s, right? So get rid of this. And this is one thing to keep your eyes open for, like when you go thrifting, when you're out there looking for those, you know, coveted playing cards. Keep in mind there's also these kind of things. Tear this off. Last one. Okay, so yeah, that'll be good backing because it's like a nice, you know, aged. Then this box, what I want to do with it, the front cover is going to be made from the front of the box, and the back cover too, I should say. And then the spine I will either make if I have enough of this box, or I will make it from one of the sides here. Yeah, but for now I'm going to use it just as a project box to keep this all together. I've already started kind of grabbing things for this book. So that's that one. And then we have Ludo. Now this is a reproduction of a vintage game, I believe. I do believe, because it says here retro range toys and games. So I'm pretty sure this is like a reproduction. It's got a whole bunch of pieces in it. This one has this hardboard, and it just looks like that, but it has this on the back, and I really like that. And then the back is also kind of interesting. So the origins of Ludo are a little uncertain, but it seems to be based on an ancient Indian game that was adapted by the British and imported back to Britain. The first reference to Ludo appears in about 1896. This wonderful early version is based on a game from the 1920s. Ludo is simple to play and provides much fun for your young children, and at the same time helps you learn to count. So we'll take the flaps off here. I don't know yet what I'll use this piece of the box for. You know, you could obviously use these flaps too for something. They'd be very good in constructing some kind of a flappy, flippy journal or something, but I don't need them at the moment. And I'm just looking to break these things down a bit. Okay, so that's that. Now, we'll do the same with this box. We'll keep this here together. And for the spine, or for the cover of this book, I'm planning to cut it right here. Front cover, back cover. Going to put something here. And then I'm going to make the spine from one of these, probably the one with the bunny. I'm probably going to use some kind of another material, like a cardboard material, or not a cardboard, but like a heavy book board. And then I'll cut these out and I'll use those on the spine itself. So those are my plans for this. So I've got a few, I'm trying to decide how to begin here. I guess we could start with this one and maybe looking at doing the cover first. Or we could make ephemera using this, because I think that's what this is going to become. This is going to all become ephemera, because it's not going to need backing. It's heavy, but I need to kind of go through it and create pieces out of it. And I might do that first, just because then we keep the box to keep everything in. So I need this ruler, and I need my glass, because I don't want to cut my table. Alright, so this will be a little tricky because I don't want to tear this into thirds right now, because as you'll see, the fold goes through some of the pieces, and I might want to keep that together. And even though the fold is there, still establish it the way that I want to. So if I look at this corner up here, I have to decide the way that I want this to be. Let me see. The burly giant sets you free. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with the burly giant first. And I think it will probably end up being a pocket. I need my knife. Let's just put the glass up here. Get my glue out of the way because it wants to be in the way for some reason. Line this up as best I can. This board is pretty easy to cut, I think. I don't want to cut his head, so let's keep that sort of just above this line. And we'll go just past the text here. Good. Okay, so that's one. Then over here next, I think we'll go here. I think I might go all the way down, actually. Yep. Okay, now I can manage this a little easier. Okay. And then this piece, I think I'm going to keep the whole thing. That'll be like a large tag. So then we'll move on to the next kind of quadrant of this. And it's tricky, you know, because I'm trying to keep together like the relevant pieces of this as best I can. So we'll cut this way first, I think, just to... Okay, this doesn't matter to the owl. The spin in the middle will solve the riddle, but I want to keep the enchanted forest part together. Yeah, maybe there would be good. Straighten that up. Okay. A little bit tricky. Whoops. We need a new blade. I don't think it's been that long for this one. I don't know what I used it for though. It all depends on the wear and tear. So let me just clip off a new blade here. Okay. I will deal with that afterward. I protect it in tape so that nobody gets cut. Usually I would be the one who would, so let's not do that. Okay. Put it in my sharps container later. That's better. Okay. Now, the trees. We want to deal with those little trees. The magic moor. Right there. Whoops. Okay, and then the witch, I need the top of his hat, so I think I don't want to lose the little moon on the top of his hat. And this is where I think things are going to get a little tricky. And I was thinking with the title here, I wanted to keep all that together maybe. But I don't know if I really can because it will probably be too big. Unless I cut it in a way that it's not square. I could kind of go like this. It's going to be too wide to be a pocket though. It could be a wraparound. Or it could be like a booklet. That would be kind of cool too. I just don't want to lose the beaver. I like this little beaver here. But I think I don't probably have a choice. I'm probably going to have to lose the beaver if I want this to be one piece, you know? Oh, like I won't lose the whole thing. I'll just lose the tail, I think. So let's just try cutting. Need more space here. Move these out of the way. Straighten this up, and then okay. Be brave. Yeah. Okay. Let's deal with this owl next because I love this owl. This here or here. This is about the fall, so let's include it with the owl. So bring that there. This here. Good. Okay. Trip across the Witch's Lake. Probably, yeah, just past that arrow. And then the beaver, I'm going to snip this bit off here because we're not going to use it for anything. No. Beaver, witch. Magic sticks. Okay, yeah, so we'll do this. And that will give us an easier to manage size piece. We'll just cut this off here. One more piece to go. Grab that all as one piece. And then the dragon and the scary tree. Oh, it wants to slide. Let's just... Okay. And then this, I'm going to just cut it into 2 pieces. One with the whole castle, and then the other just as like, I'll probably use it as a little pocket. All right. So that got us a lot of ephemera from that board. This was like a really good, you know, find. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pieces from this board. So, I mean, obviously I have to make them into things, but that's a really nice set of bases to have that are right on theme with what we're making, right? So that's good. Now, also we have this. Let's look at this back cover here. That back in there. All those. And I think we'll do the same with this. We're just going to like make ephemera with it because why not? It's perfect. And these could even be like pockets for the inside of the book. The cover, I mean. Sorry. A little more specific would be good. Explain what I'm talking about here. I think I'm still more of a cutter person than a knife and ruler person. Okay, then we'll put this away for a little bit. Let's pour some tea. Okay. Do some good word snippets here. We have Enchantingly Different and The Magic of Make-Believe. The Wondrous Wizard. Enchanted Forest. Or maybe Through the Enchanted Forest even. A little bit bigger. Dragons, spectre trees, witches, and the giant. Let's grab all of those. So let's just grab the giant. In a race to reach the castle. It's a good one too. Witches. Spectre Trees, Dragon, and we'll grab another Wondrous Wizard. And then I think I'll, like, just like I keep the the book page that has the date, I think I will also cut out this little bit here that has the 1964 copyright on it. Okay, so that's got that one broken down. So now we have all these fun bits. So now let's see what we can do with the pieces of Ludo. I don't think there's a lot other than the front of the box, like this, but I won't cut that quite yet. So with Ludo, I think I'm just going to maybe cut this out as a pocket. Kind of a fun shape. And we'll check the, I don't know if we'll want to keep the label for Ludo. It's possible. It'd be kind of fun. I could make a notebook of some kind or something with that nice, like, that's a nice shape. Wonderful. I'm just looking for word snippets. It doesn't really look like there's much there. So this one is 2009. Yeah. Which oddly enough is still quite old. It's 2024. How is that even possible? Now this is a thick board game. So I'm going to just try to see if I can get this apart. Okay, so I need my knife again. So let's just separate these at first to just, there. Now you can definitely use this if you want to as part of the piece, but I don't want to this time. I already made a board game book before with a Trivial Pursuit board, so for me, I kind of feel like that deed has already been done and I don't want to do it right now. This is more about the theme of these lovely little creatures in Ludo, these little sprightly type people. It'll be easier to use this one. I'm trying to see what I can, I guess I can see at least through this one, which is good. This takes a few passes because it's quite thick. Almost. There we go. All right, now I want to see if I can thin this out a bit, because this is like bookboard thickness. Usually you can peel, oops, the layers a little bit, but you just gotta be careful. Don't go too fast, don't press too hard, because you gotta watch fingers. Just exercise patience. Okay. So there's that. We can use that actually. And now that I've done that, I may do the same with this side. It'll just give us more like assets for the book, right? So it's good. But I still want to peel more to thin down this piece. So, you know, I might be able to just do what I did for that side here as well. Just gotta be careful, because right here on the edge, it didn't want to go in the groove. Let's see if I can get it back down. Yep. Again, go slow, watch your hands. Then once you've cut, you know, a good inch, you're going to get a nice peel from it. And it will start to come in layers, but I just want that top layer. That's what I want. Okay, so now we got the nice piece that says Ludo on it. So why don't we try to just peel this board without without worrying about cutting it yet. Just kind of try to get that upper layer off. Go away from myself now. I know I don't usually take you guys along on this part, but it's good sometimes, I think, to just show you what you know, the time. How do I spend my time when I'm not here on video? I'm doing this fun stuff. I know it's not life of the rich and famous, but it's something. It's a learning experience. So let's peel from over here. Okay, good. So we got that apart. Good. And then obviously, you know, I can now come in and cut this down to like what I want it to be. I can back it. I can cut this off. All right, so that's now broken down to its parts. So we need to think about the covers, right? That's probably what you guys are mostly waiting for, is how to do these covers. So I should show you. I already started collecting a bunch of assets for these books. So I was only going to do the Wondrous Wizard, but then I saw Ludo sitting there and I'm like, I might as well do both of them, because like that would be a good thing. We're going to make them different though. They will have common maybe elements here and there, but you know, I have just an absolute ton of things for these type of journals, these kind of magical creature type journals. So I first, before I make the covers, because I need a little cutting break, it's a little tiring to do all the cutting, I'm going to just look at some assets for the books. Okay, so first I've got this Priscilla Hauser, like sort of painting, I guess, tool painting kind of book, and I'm thinking it would be nice to have a few pages, right, for this. So like this would be a good one. These are beautiful. So I'm just going to pull pages out of here that I think I'll use. Priscilla and Jerry. Priscilla, you never told me there was a Jerry. For those of you wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I am teasing my friend Priscilla at Release the Crafting because I can. That would be a good page. We'll put Priscilla and Jerry in here just for the joy of it. I'm actually going to fold these too. I might as well, because that'll make it easier for me to cut them down to the right size later. This one's cool. And it's a good one too for this as a theme. So probably 1, 2, 3. We'll go with one more maybe for the journal if I can find one. But there may not be one. No. If you hear humming, that would be my little one. She's becoming quite musical these days. Okay, this I want to use as a piece of ephemera. That's really awesome. So let's pull that out and we'll set it aside because I'm going to cut that out. We're getting through this book. So I'm going to make a video here on Patreon to talk about sort of the topic of like acquiring things and using things, okay? I'm going to craft while I'm doing it, but I have a bunch of thoughts I want to share with you. I do not like this depiction of this African child, but I do like this. So this is Lucy Atwell's Bumper Book of Fun. Unfortunately, these have relatively racist images of black people, sort of making them look more like gollywog dolls than actual, you know, toys or dolls that are respectable images. So this is not the kind of thing I will ever use in a journal. Not at all. It's quite offensive to my spirit. Even though I know the times were different, I understand all of that, but those times are not these times, right? We can do better than that. So this is a book actually from 1973. So it's not even as old as the one game, but for the other game, the Ludo game, see these little sprightly like folks? I like those, and I think they'd be really good in the book. So I'm going to pull this page out for ephemera making. That can stay here. We don't need that one. Yeah, see, here's another one, like the missing glue pot. We have this. So we'll just pull some things. This is how I like to get started on a journal. It starts to make things feel like, okay, it's coming together. And I'm going to need a lot of this kind of thing for Ludo, because remember, I didn't get any materials. There was not really much to use from the game board. But I knew I had this Lucy Atwell book, and it was just so perfect. Oh, how nice would that have been in the Crow journals? Look at that. Yay! And I do have lots of things that I think will be great for this book. And they're so nice and old. Oh. Okay, this one, and I'm not pulling them out for actual like signatures because I don't think I won't be able to use them. They're too big. Now, like lovely forest creatures and stuff would also be really good for this. Rabbits are on the front of the game box. That would be a cute little pocket. Let's go with that. Also maybe this one, the Lost Children. That's good. Oh, that owl, yeah. Love it. I'm using a few digitals, but lately in general, I'm really trying to use my books. Just like my series, Use Your Books. I want to use more of my books because I have many books. And seeing as I enjoy thrifting, I won't be thrifting until I use things up. So we have to always remember the balance. And that goes on to the next video. Maybe I'll make the next video we'll make the covers, and I'll talk to you about my thoughts on the whole make it versus, you know, hoard it. Frogs. Do I remember seeing frogs on one of these? The Wondrous Wizard, maybe? Nope. No frog. I mean, not to say we can't use frogs. I actually am working on a frog journal that it's been a folio that's been around forever. I'm going to pull these out for that, because that's actually the next, like, bin that I have set aside that I need to work on. Like, I've got the shelves of projects where I got these game boards from. So let's just set those over here, because, like, they can get used there. That's a good thing. It's another page that we can use on the frogs. So cute. It's a big flippy floppy folio that I started when I did the fairy journals, and because I just had like so many of those fairy journals, I lost my ability to roll with it. Okay. I don't know that I'll do another one of this whole series. Like, sometimes I just get in my head, like, I really need to get this out of my, you know, my brain, and I have to work on a whole bunch of them to feel like I've gotten the brain worm out. So we're almost through this book. We got quite a bit out of it thus far. There's another one we can use. Also this one. So cute. So yeah, lots for Ludo in that one. Then I'm going to go through this too. The Treasury of Verse. I've used quite a few pages out of this one because there's a lot of beautiful stuff in here. And also it's a good time to get rid of these pages. I'm not going to use these big. This one I might, but I'm not going to use that one. So if you can hear banging, my son is upstairs with my husband. They're making pizza. So I think they're banging out dough. Yeah, this is all fairy stuff, and like I'll be able to use that. The Butterfly's Ball. Same with that one. That could be really good. Why don't we pull that too? Or maybe not. Maybe I'll leave the Butterfly's Ball. Oh, these are good. See? That's pretty. The moon. It's funny, I always like find more stuff for journals that I've just finished, and then I'm like, why didn't I have that? And see, that's another thing about like having so many books and things. It's like you have to take a good amount of time to find a lot of resources like for your books, because it just gets better when you do. You make a better book. And I actually really enjoy doing this. I sit and do this on my own usually. You know, off camera. I don't flip through all the books that I harvest for my books, but this is something that I do. So I think for today, that will be a video to just kind of let you guys know what is coming up. So we've harvested some good stuff, and I'm going to keep putting these journals together. In the next video, I'll make the covers, and we'll talk about my thoughts on like thrifting, acquiring, using, all that stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me again today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.